In a sweeping new directive that has stirred national debate, the National Authority for the Campaign Against Alcohol and Drug Abuse NACADA has announced stringent regulations targeting the sale and distribution of alcohol across Kenya. The new proposals, which fall in line with President William Ruto's administration's intensified campaign against drug and substance abuse, have been described as some of the most aggressive alcohol control measures in recent years. Among the changes, NACADA has now banned the sale of alcohol in supermarkets, convenience stores, and online platforms. Additionally, alcohol vendors will no longer be allowed to operate within 300 meters of schools, churches, residential estates, or places of worship. Home delivery of alcohol is also prohibited, a move that directly affects e-commerce and digital ordering platforms. Furthermore, the legal drinking age has been raised from 18 to 21 years, signaling a dramatic shift in how the government plans to tackle youth access to alcohol. These proposals were presented during a national stakeholders forum held in Nairobi and are part of a broader strategy aimed at curbing the rising tide of alcohol and substances abuse, especially among the youth. According to NACADA, the increased availability of cheap and easily accessible alcohol, particularly in urban and peri-urban areas, has contributed significantly to addiction, health crisis, and social disruption. The agency has also raised concern over unregulated online alcohol sales, arguing that they lack proper monitoring, often bypass age verification systems, and contribute to underage drinking.
I think that there's a blurry area there. The Constitution says when you are 18, that is the majority age and age of consent, and primarily is for the purposes of voting and marriage, amongst other issues. But here we are saying it's moving to 21 for the purposes of selling and drinking alcohol. And I told you the justification, and this is a culmination of one of the aggregated reasons that people clamor for these changes, that our young people are joining university early.
While the authority maintains that the crackdown is essential to safeguard public health and national productivity, the move has sparked concern among several sectors of the economy. Retailers, supermarket chains, small business owners, and alcohol distributors have voiced fears that the restrictions could lead to massive financial losses, job cuts, and economic stagnation in a sector that contributes significantly to the country's revenue.
Sisi tungeomba NACADA ituite kwa mkutano na tuko tayari kukaa chini nao. Tuangalie solution ni nini. Tunaweza saidiana namna gani kwamba hizi laws wanataka zikue zitafanyika namna gani, sababu hawawezi kaa kwa ofisi alafu wana decide kwamba hivi ndio vile inatakikana.
The Alcohol Beverages Association of Kenya has already expressed reservations, warning that blanket bans may drive consumers to unregulated and unsafe brews, which in the past have resulted in numerous fatalities. Some business owners argue that they already operate under existing licensing frameworks provided by county governments and follow legal age restrictions. They are now seeking clarification on whether these new rules will override county permits or coexist with devolved regulations. Legal analysts have also raised questions about the practicality of enforcing the 300-meter radius rule, particularly in urban areas like Nairobi, Mombasa, and Kisumu, where commercial, residential, and religious buildings are densely packed. Digital commerce platforms are equally affected. The ban on online sales and home delivery of alcohol is expected to hit startups and logistics firms that have grown significantly in the post-pandemic era especially those offering app-based deliveries and order tracking systems. From a public health standpoint, NACADA's position is firm. The agency cites recent research which indicates that alcohol consumption among youth is rising at an alarming rate, which many accessing alcohol without age checks or regulation. It also points to the increased burden on families and health systems caused by alcohol-related illness and domestic violence. In response, the agency says it aims to roll out more awareness campaigns, intensify law enforcement, and collaborate with county governments to shut down unlicensed bars and brewing dens. However, not everyone agrees with the approach. Some civic society organizations argue that focusing solely on restrictive policies without addressing the root causes, such as unemployment, mental health, and lack of education, may not offer a long-term solution. Others warn that an outright ban on certain distribution channels might fuel a growing black market, giving rise to unsafe, unregulated alcohol production that has in the past caused death through poisoning and contamination. As the country digests these new proposals, the spotlight is now on the government to clarify how enforcement will be implemented and whether stakeholder feedback will be incorporated before the regulations are fully enacted. The debate continues. How far should the state go in regulating personal choices, and at what cost to enterprise and economic freedom? What is clear for now is that Kenya's alcohol industry, worth billions of shillings, is facing a period of major disruption. NACADA's crackdown may change how Kenyans access and consume alcohol for years to come. Reporting on NACADA's new alcohol policy and its impact on Kenya's economy, my name is The Commentator. Subscribe to my channel and we are on to have 1 million subscribers. Bye bye for now.
Frankly, I feel that in a world of multilateralism, we've sliced the pie too thin.
Finally, the Small and Medium Liquor Traders Association Melta is urging NACADA and the government to reconsider the economic impact of the proposed rule to ban alcohol outlets within 300 meters of school, churches and homes. Melta chairperson Frank Mbogo warns that the move could lead to the total shutdown of businesses, particularly in urban areas like Nairobi.
Sisi tungeomba NACADA ituite kwa mkutano na tuko tayari kukaa chini nao. Tuangalie solution ni nini. Tunaweza saidiana namna gani kwamba hizi laws wanataka zikue zitafanyika namna gani, sababu hawawezi kaa kwa ofisi alafu wana